As I mentioned yesterday, for the listening Dharma, we have to have a good motivation, as mentioned from the lamrim. So in brief, I'm going to listen to Dharma teaching for the sake of all mother sentient beings, for enlightened, for the enlightened. So I'm going to listen to Dharma teaching. So today, Today, we're gonna go to rest of the Yonten Shigirma, the Yonten Shigirma teaching. But before we start the teaching, so I would like to talk a little bit about the Chophel teaching, which is first Dharma written by the Buddha Shakyamuni. Today is the day that Buddha Shakyamuni first turned the Dharma wheel for his first 5 disciples. Yeah, so that's why it's very precious, very auspicious day that if we do the Dharma discussion on today, any activity, any Dharma activity, especially for the Dharma teachings and Dharma listening, then it's very auspicious and very can able to accumulate a lot of merit because of the day that the Buddha Shakyamuni turned the Dharma wheel on that day. Today is the according to lunar calendar is the June 4th, and what the Tibetan lunar, what we believe is on the 15th of the Vesak, Dawa, Buddha Shakyamuni the enlightened, become a Buddhahood, and then after the enlightened, he lived the silence without any teaching for the public for the 7 weeks, so 49 days, and after 49 days he turned the Dharma wheel. So today is the first day of the turning Dharma wheel. That's why it's a very auspicious day to discuss the Dharma, so listening and teaching Dharma. So that's why, so we should rejoice for the having Dharma discussion on that day. So very auspicious day, and on that day they teach the first Dharma teaching of the Four Noble Truths. So if you go with the Four Noble Truths, then our time will go with the Four Noble Truths, then we cannot discuss on the Yonten Shigirma. So I would like to continue from tomorrow. So tomorrow we almost finished the what do you call? Yesterday we almost finished the first stanza. Yonten kunji shigyu tinjenje sushin tamba lamji tsawaru yakbar thonin baba tumayi kuba chimbe tamba chingilo. So Yonten Shigirma also called the how to translate the Chilapungshu? Chilapungshu.
Oh, the coming of the blessings.
Yeah, coming of the blessing.
Of the blessing.
So
receiving
because
blessing.
as I mentioned yesterday, that even me, when I reached the Yonten Shigirma, I start with the Gadel Hajama. Then after the Mixima, I do the Yonten Shigirma. So as front of the Lama Tsongkhapa and with my guru, reciting each stanza and then asking blessing. So then, when we do recite the first, like each stanza, each stanza or each line, each 4 line, it talk about the different path. So first one is following or rely on the guru. So on that we categorize the 4 different categories, and then we reflect on all the 4th category, and then after that asking guru to bless me and to able to realize all the relying upon your guru and purify negativity that we have obstacle to rely on our guru and having faith on our guru. So we finished the Sambe Tensul. How do you say Sambe Tensul?
How to rely in terms of thought.
How to rely on by the thought. And then fourth one is Jorvetin, how to rely on the
in terms of activity, in terms of practice.
in terms of practice, yes. So how to rely on your guru by practice, and listening to your guru by his advice, following his advice, yeah, kashiduba.
Yeah.
And then serving him, and also the advice practice, yeah. So if you practice, then you are you are fully listening to your guru, because your guru, why he teach us, why he taught us is he always wish us to practice, yeah. So if you put the practice, then you are following your guru, what he wish, yeah. Diro?
Yes. Kakarande.
Chizumela songro kare nor sansing biwa dalame palame choba dube jils ra tikjurda.
Oh, okay. So just as the Jizun Milarepa said, this is how I practice. This is the essence. This is the most precious thing to practice in this way.
Nor sansing biwa dalame. He didn't have any offering, yeah. So far, external offering. But what he offered to his guru is by practice his dharma practice, yeah. So that's how his guru make you very happy. So rely your guru by the practice is follow his advice and then put in practice, yeah. So just Mallory, but he did the practice thoroughly, and he able to become a Buddhahood, yeah. That's why he always saying that I never have an external offering, but I only have the offering what I practice, yeah. So we have to do that. So we don't need to worry that, oh, I don't have any offer to my guru and my lama. Then how can I go to the guru to listen Dharma teaching? How can I serve my guru? You don't need to worry that. What Lama wishes is Lama always wishes his disciple to follow him as a practice, not by offering, yeah. If you have a small offering, it's okay to offer, but it's not necessary that you need to offer the Lama by the external, yeah. Sometimes the people always think that, oh, if I don't have any offer, then how can I go to the Lama to listen Dharma, and how can I meet my guru, yeah. So it's not necessary, yeah. Necessary is you have to put your practice. Okay, then I'll go to the second stanza. As I mentioned yesterday, so how to root of the path is how to rely on your guru, yeah. And then after that, after relying or after following your guru, how to practice. Then how to practice and train your mind, yeah, by train your mind. Then for that we have two categories, yeah. Can you please
okay. So the first one is how to motivate yourself to do that, and the second is the actual way of extracting the essence of this life.
Sorry.
Yes? Okay.
It's okay. For the first one, recognize the precious human life, and then second one is how important, yeah, how important our precious life is, yeah, and how difficult to find that human body that which we found, yeah. which have a 18 quality. Yeah. So these are the very important to reflect or very important to meditate. Yeah. Because the sometimes when we have a like a even someone doing business, and then when they make a good profit, yeah, like a good profit, that they feel very happy, yeah, because he think that that money that he got is very useful, yeah. But we never reflect on what we found right now. We found the human rebirth, and also that human rebirth which we found is just not only the human rebirth. It has 18 quality, yeah.
Yeah.
Even this world, as the Chirimji mentioned, that even this world there are so many human beings, but there are very few number can able to meet the perfect guru, can able to make meet the Buddha Dharma, can able to put the effort to practice. And sometimes they meet the guru maybe not good enough, someone leads to the wrong path, then instead of having the good practice, sometimes they do the wrong practice. So right now, most of us, we're able to meet that like a guru, like His Holiness Dalai Lama and Kanten Rinpoche and Lati Rinpoche, like a very precious guru. And then we are, through that, our guru, we are able to practice the Dharma practice, which can lead the Buddhahood. So this kind of human rebirth is very, very useful, very meaningful. Yeah. So if you are able to realize that our human rebirth, human body is very precious and very meaningful, then you want to put the effort to how that human body make it useful, yeah. How we can make a human body that meaningful. Otherwise, we wasted our human body for creating negativity, or create like only for this life enjoyment. Kadam Master always said that now the time is make a distinguish with the animal, yeah. Even animal, they can find the house for their accommodation or house. They can able to find their food. They can able to feed their kids, yeah. For this life, sometimes animals are more sharper than us, more wiser than us, yeah. Sometimes animal body are more tougher than us. If we let you live at the outside for the whole night with the rain, then we might get sick and we might get die. Yeah, animals, they can able to live outside for their life, and they can find the food, and and some birds, they can able to see the very long distance to find their food, and then do so many things. We human doesn't have this kind of sense, yeah, able to see the long distance, yeah, able to able to sense the smell for long distance. The sense animal have a more powerful than us, yeah. What we have is different. Is we have either we call sixth sense, or we have a brain that can able to use how to put the Dharma practice. So that's why just finding this life enjoyment can able to do by the animal. Don't need to find the human rebirth or that precious the human rebirth that have an 18 quality, yeah. Not only the human rebirth. Human rebirth, there are so many human. There are someone not believing in the Dharma practice. Many are believing in the wrong the practice. So only the Buddha Dharma that show us how we can get rid of all the suffering and cause of suffering, and how can we able to become a Buddhahood or Arahat or next good rebirth. So that's why we are so fortunate that we are able to meet the Guru, and we are able to meet the Buddha Dharma, and we are able to know at least how to practice. Not very detailed, but at least we know the practice how to do that. Yeah. So that's why we found very precious human rebirth. So that's why we must rejoice that we are able to find the precious human rebirth, which has atom quality. So when we talk the first recognize the human rebirth, we talk about the 8 leisure and 10 supreme quality. Yeah.
10 endowments. Yes. 8 leisures.
Yeah.
10 endowments.
10 endowment. Yeah. So our human rebirth has all these qualities. Yeah? Like maybe all of you know the at leisure. Yeah. So even we born in human, if we born as a kind of mute, then we cannot practice dharma. Yeah. Like the deaf or mute, or then we cannot practice. So we are like our all the sense are right now able to use. So we are not mute, we are not deaf, we are not and then we don't have the wrong view, lokta, yeah, lokta,
Yes.
wrong
Yes.
view. We are our sense are the usable. And kind of lokta was. Karsawa, Karimbo, Ombokun Sounds, Lopota, that at the Chemata in Karsa. Okay, Lalo, wrong view, yeah. Lalo is kind of, how to say it?
Barbarian.
Barbarian, yeah. We are not barbarian. We believe in Dharma practice. We don't have a wrong view. We are not mute. And then we are able to born in this world while we have a Dharma practice, while we have a, so that's why and then we are mimaimbe tawashiro.
Yeah. Non-human, the 4 states that are non-human rebirths.
Yes, non-human rebirth. Yeah, we just the Nyelwa and
Yida, Tindro.
yeah, Nyelwa Yida Tindro Hazarimbo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the 4 states are to be born as a hell being, being born as a hungry ghost,
Yeah, hungry ghost and animal.
as an animal, and long life god.
Yeah, long life god. So if we born in this place, yeah, hungry ghosts and animal and hell realm, there are no way to practice dharma. Yeah, we are fortunate that we are able to born in human being. If you born in the long life God realm, then whole life they like sleeping. Yeah, they just able to remember how they born, and then the rest of the time they just like sleeping, and then when they near death they just remember, then that's all. So that the rest of time they live in a very long time in God realm, but like sleeping, then they waste their time, and then they're not able to create accumulate any merit. After having enjoyed all this life, then they will next life they will sure to born in lower realm. So then they have no way to practice the dharma. So even someone born in human realm, if they born as a mute, or if they born as a barbarian, if you born as the wrong view, and then that the world that not have a dharma practice, then we don't know how to practice Dharma. So we are fortunate that we are able to born human being, and also without those how to say
we are free from those faults.
yes, they are free from those faults. Yeah, and then beside that we are able to find the 10 endorsement. Yeah, so I don't want to go in details. Yeah, it almost same as of the 8 leisure. Yeah, so that's this kind of adding quality of the human rebirth we are able to find. So second one is then we have to reflect on the how important, how meaningful we can make our human body, yeah, human rebirth. So for the because through this body, if you wish to make a good rebirth, you can able to find the good rebirth in the next life through this body. Without having this kind of the body, even we wish to born in a good realm, that there are no way to born in good realm because we are not able to practice. Yeah. Maybe I'll put the one another. Sometimes in text it only count that at leisure. Yeah, sometimes we make ourselves very busy, and put in another kind of what do you call mikomba.
Lack of freedom.
Lack of freedom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of freedom. One of my friend Geshe, he went to New York. Once he went to New York, and he worked as ordinary people out there, and he only lived there 1 year. And he found that in America, life is not a leisure life. Yeah, he has had to work very early, and then whole day he had to do the job, and then at the night he get tired, and that he didn't get any find any practice to time. Yeah, so he didn't get any time for practice. So even though there are some, even the free from those 8, what do you call
yeah, it is we are free from lacking leisures, the 8 types of leisures. We're not missing the leisure,
yeah.
But at the same time we don't have freedom.
yeah. Because we make ourselves as a very busy. Yeah? So what I wish to advise is, since we able to find that this human precious life and free from those lack of, what you call it?
Lack of freedom.
Lack of freedom.
Yeah.
So we must put our effort to that meaningful. Yeah. Otherwise, even if we found the good rebirth, then we are wasting our time. We must take a time to practice. Yeah. If you always chasing the kind of this life enjoyment, or this life kind of your job and your and family matters, it never ends. It always gets circled. Yeah, then you don't get the time for your own practice. You have to find your time for practice. Yeah, then you are since you found your human precious life, then you are able to make it meaningful. Otherwise, we are wasting our human rebirth that for the making uh, only for this life, then we are not able to make a distinguish with the animal, as I mentioned earlier. Yeah? Even animals, they can able to find their food, they can able to make their own housing or something for their own this life enjoyment. They're able to find that. Sometimes they are much sharper or much wiser than us. Then we are wasting for our human life. Yeah. So through our human life, we can able to, if you wish, we can able to find the good rebirth. Or if you waste, you can waste our life and then make a great negativity and make you born in lower realm. Yeah. And then if you wish to become arhat, you can make in this life. If you wish to make a Buddhahood, we can able to become a Buddhahood within this life. In the Tantrayana, there's some text says that sometimes we wish to born in heaven. Yeah, we wish to born in Pure Land. Special for Chinese. Yeah, so even in Tibetan, yeah, we always wish to born in Pure Land. We believe that in Pure Land, they have no suffering, and then by having the teaching from the either the Amitabha Buddha or Buddha Vajrayogini or whoever, they teach us there from the Dakini and Buddha, we are able to enlighten very easily. But other hand, some texts says that even those, the Bodhisattva who was born in Pure Land, they are wish to born in human rebirth as our body, because within this life, we are able to become a Buddha within one life, within a short life, yeah. Within 80 years, some the great master, they are able to become a Buddhahood within 3 years, the 3 years retreat. Like the Lama Tsongkhapa and like the Belareba, they are able to enlighten within one life. And the Belareba, he did the 20 years something retreat, and he able to become a Buddhahood. Yeah. If you born in the in heaven or you born in Pure Land, it takes a long time to become a Buddhahood. There's no way to become a Buddha within one life, or 20 years, or 3 years, or 10 years. So within this life, if we are able to put the right effort and right practice, we can able to become a Buddha within this life. For that, as I mentioned yesterday, that we have to have a 3 principal path practice properly. And then beside that, if you practice the Vajrayana practice, then we can able to become a Buddhahood within one life. And if even we cannot become a Buddhahood in one life, if you don't break any commitment by the Tantrayana, either the 7 or 16 life, Buddha himself promised that you will become a Buddhahood. So in heaven, there are no way to become a Buddhahood in like the term of the 16 life or 7 life. It takes a long time, like at least 3 aeon. Yeah. Then this body is more precious than the heaven or the Pure Land body. So that's why this body is very meaningful, very useful. If you make it useful, we can make more useful than the rebirth that you able to have the born in the heaven or the Pure Land. Right?
Very clear. Very good.
So, yeah. So then we must rejoice that what we found now, this kind of the human rebirth. Yeah. Then even you are able to realize, you are able to read we are able to find that very precious and meaningful life. If we are able to find that easily, yeah, if we're able to find that this kind of human rebirth easily, then we don't need to worry about this life. Yeah, maybe next life we can find another life that we can put the practice. Many occasions we tend to do that. Right now we have we know how to put the Dharma practice. We're able to meet the gurus. We know the many practice, but we always wishes that, oh, next life may I become a Buddhahood. Next life we always make a wishes that we didn't use this life to put it in practice. Yeah, this life we kind of we can waste this life. Then we are always making wish that maybe another life. Yeah, like I have a bowl of soup, very very delicious soup, but even I feel hungry. I'm praying that may I have good food to eat. Yeah, I already have a food here, but I don't want to eat that one. I'm making wish like, yes, like us. We are doing like this. Yeah, yeah, we are wasting our life, not to put the Dharma practice, and doing something kind of this life job for the benefit of this life. Sometimes we are blaming for our family. I can go to the Dharma practice, but I have to take care of my family. So some kind of blaming other and then wasting our time. Yeah. So we have to find the time for our own practice, even though we have to take care of our kids, our husband, our wife. Within that, we have to find the time for practice. If you don't practice right now, then it's going to be too late. Sometimes we tend to think that, oh, maybe right now I'm too young. I may have more time. Then when I get old, I will do practice. Yeah. So then, when you get old, then even if you wish to practice, then you cannot practice. That I already see that many people our mind is very what do you call
Oh, it depends on what we have familiarity with, what we're used to.
No. Komba.
Oh.
Gom mara kom. Lo kombe just door. Mazu kari kom shana di
whatever we are familiar with.
Yeah. Familiar. Yeah. Our mind is always depend on the familiar. Yeah. So when we are young, we familiar with doing non-virtues, and even when you are getting old, that your mind custom or used to thinking about the non-virtues, then it make you simultaneously that negative thoughts always arise. It's difficult to arise the positive thinking or Dharma practice. When you are young, you are try to do at least 1 hour, 2 hours, at least half an hour to Dharma practice. Then from the morning, that influence the whole your day and the night. Then one day by day, your mind is familiar with the doing Dharma practice. And that time you are getting old, you are easy to put the Dharma practice. You know? If not, then right now you are just listening Dharma sometimes when you have time. Then the rest of the time you don't want to think on the Dharma, then your mind always make it familiar with the negativity, or sometimes many of the time you are thinking of your job, or you are think of that only for this life active. Then time you are going to die, or time you are getting old, it's really difficult to practice Dharma. So then we must put the Dharma practice. You must find the Dharma practice time from right now. Yeah. Because, as I mentioned earlier, that it's difficult to find this kind of human body. Yeah. When you think of the cause of this human body, it's difficult to practice. Like a monk, we have to practice the thoroughly practice of the monk's vow. Yeah, we cannot broken. If I broke, then I may not no born in the next life as a human rebirth, a good rebirth, because I broke my promise. And lay people, most of you have a at precepts sometimes, or at least you have to practice the 10 virtues. Yeah. If you don't practice the 10 virtues, if you don't practice the moral ethic, then there are no way to born in human rebirth in next life. There are no way to born in the higher rebirth in next life. It says the many texts, especially for the Chandakirti. Want to give you lesson, want to give you lesson,
yeah. So for the higher rebirth, unless you have ethics, you will not get there.
Yeah. Then they reflect on your own behavior or on your attitude in daily life. Do you practice the 10 virtues every day, or do you practice the 10 non-virtues practice every day? Yeah, because of your action, whether it's engaged with the Dharma practice or whether it is engaged with the non-virtuous practice, is decided by your own motivation. Yeah. Then from the beginning of your morning, what it comes in your mind, most of the time it's attachment, anger, ignorance. So our motivation always engaged with that negative emotion or nyumong, afflictions. If our motivation is always affliction, engaged with the affliction, then you are, by that motivation, whatever you do, your action consider as a non-virtue, cannot consider as a virtue. Then think on that. Whole day we are making the non-virtue most of the time. Very rare time that we are making the virtue action, good karma. Then where we going to born in next life? Almost we can decide that we may born in lower realm next life, because whole life we create the bad karma, not the good karma. Yeah? Then if you think that, then this kind of human rebirth is very difficult to find, because it's very difficult to create.
Yeah. So one of the main causes is keeping pure morality.
Yeah, pure morality. And then beside that, pure
prayer.
Yeah, pure prayer. And with that, and we have to practice the sixth perfection. Yeah.
Sure.
So then when we reflect on our own daily activity, most of the time we don't practice these. Yeah. We don't practice the pure morality. We don't practice the pure wishes, pure prayer. We don't practice the six ethics. Then how can we find the human rebirth in the next life? How can we find the higher rebirth in the next life? Many occasions we tend to go to the Lama to do the mo, or do some kind of what do you call
calculation,
astrology, yeah?
Yeah.
To where we're going to born, and then we don't need to ask the Lama, so we can decide ourselves where we are going to born, yeah? Because of my action, my motivation. Just reciting mantra and just praying is not enough. Practice, yeah? Practice is important. And then that's why finding human rebirth with the adding quality is very difficult to find. So we already found this kind of precious human rebirth. We shouldn't waste our human rebirth. We must put practice every day. Not only that, and then pay gone.
Yeah, so difficult to find due to causes and difficult to find as shown by example.
Yeah, shown by example. Text says that if we have the tamara piece, yeah, the baraka whole your what do you call?
In the palm?
Yeah, in the palm,
of your hand?
if you have the full of the palm of the piece, if you throw on that wold, how many can they stuck on the wold? Almost nothing, yeah. Can be the 1 or 2 pieces, but if you have a 10 piece of the 10 pieces, if you throw on the wold, most of them, they are almost get down, not stuck with the wall. Yeah, text says it's same like our human rebirth. Finding adding quality of human rebirth like this kind of difficult to find. So there are so many different example, but I don't want to go every single example. So one of the examples is that it says by the Buddha himself, okay, not the Lama makes these kind of the example. It means it's very difficult. That's why even Bodhisattva who was born in the pure land, they are making wishing that born in this kind of 18th quality of the human rebirth. Yeah, that's why it's difficult to find. You go to Nyako. And more go to Nyako. But we are like, and third category taxes that more go to Nyako.
In terms of its nature, it's difficult to find. Nature, in terms of its nature.
From nature, it's difficult to find that human rebirth. Because in the text, the Buddha give an example that he took the soul with his pinch, and then he give an example of the mountain. Yeah, in the big mountain, they have so many dust in the mountain. Yeah, so born from the human to human and the lower realm to human being is example like pinch of the dust. Born to the human to lower realm to lower realm is the bunch of the pile of the what do you call a mountain. So there are so many dust in one mountain. Yeah, it's like so many people. Most of the people they make the being. Sorry, most of being they'll always make a. Their mind always engage with the negativity, not able to engage with the virtue. That's why most of being they born in lower realm, not able to born in the higher realm. Yeah, especially the human rebirth. They are not able to take a human rebirth. Taking human rebirth is very difficult. Like example of the pinch of the dirt. Born in lower realm is example of the pile of dust like a mountain. So that's why finding human rebirth is very difficult. Thank you. So that's why the text says that now that for once I have a favorable life with the freedom. Yeah. So that's why we able to obtain the favorable life of freedom, knowing how very difficult it is to attain and its great potential. Yeah. So through thinking that way, yeah. Through thinking that way, and then how difficult to find obtain the human rebirth and how great potential our human rebirth is. Yeah. So then asking your guru to bless me to that the thought of taking full advantage of it. Yeah. May I take advantage of the human rebirth and day and night may be born in me continuously. Yeah. So asking your guru to bless me day in life, make me useful, meaningful this life. Yeah. So able to realize, able to know that how precious this human life is, how difficult to find this human life is, how great potential this human life is. Yeah. Knowing that, may I able to make it meaningful this life, and then they meditate on that, and then the supplicating to your guru, and from your guru heart comes the nectar and light and purify negativity, and then the having blessing for your guru, and you are able to have a imprint of seed on your mind that able to what do you call do that. Yeah, able to practice. You know. Beside that, I like to add one more thing, that sometimes we like to practice, we like to meditate, but we neglect to the purifying negativity and accumulate the merit. Yeah, it's like we wish to have a fruit and then put the seed on there, but we don't want to put the water, we don't want to put the fertilizer, we don't want to put any soil. Without having any condition, we wish to have a fruit. Yeah, and there are no way to get the fruit without having any condition. So even if we to put the meditate with that, we must purify our negativity. Without purifying negativity, there is no way to realize the path. Without having any condition, like watering or the fertilizing, and those without these conditions, there are no way to have a good fruit. Yeah. So same like that. Even if we practice, if you're not able to accumulate merit enough, then no way to realize the path. So first we have to put the effort to purify our negativity and accumulate merit. Within that, then even some small condition can able to realize the higher realization. There are so many great stories that our gurus been through. Yeah, so it's really true that with the cause and condition, then you are able to realize the path easily, without having any the cause and condition. Then there are no way to have a fruit. So purifying negativity and accumulating merit is most important part for the realize our path. Yeah. So then, with that, you have to supplicate your guru to please purify your negativity to realize the path, and through your guru blessing, then eventually you will be able to realize. So we have to supplicate, and while we are reciting the Shijuma and whatever prayer we do. Yeah. Then Sumbadrisha. Da? Ne kunji shiyushin nenje be tewe tensang de shindu nyega tunjin shegyu nizengu do nimba yucheme wa jewa shingyu. Luso yo wa chuyu chuburishin nyodu jigbe chewa tenpa da shiwe jesu ludan timashin. Kana lente chishin tangpa la nyeba tenpo nine nyeba su chashin tawa nye pongwa da kiso da chuba cham dadu pata tenpa chingi lobs. It's okay. Tadi rawa kharza. Ta nyingbo chidalin be rawa da nyingbo chidalin be tsula rawa da. Nyingbo chidalin be tsula how to put the practice. Yeah. Nyingbo chidalin be tsu. Yeah.
Yeah. How to extract the essence. How to take advantage.
Yeah. How to take advantage, or how to take essence. Yeah. From this life. There was the small scoop and medium scoop and the great scoop.
Yes, that is great scoop. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And for small scoop, how to
Okay, so first of all, we have to generate the mind that is thinking about the importance of the next life, that next life is more important than this one, and then how to practice according to that.
jigden chima dewe tabden ba.
Yeah, how to rely upon that, the
Okay.
method of relying on that.
For the first one, yeah, jigden chima tunig lo je ba. That dire da jigden dire ndo mine ba, chiwa jesu temba. Jigden chima chidar yuwa dwani di du samba. Sabje ni ra da. Jigden dire ndo mine ba, chiwa jesu tembas. So for the first one, we have to think of the death impermanent, yeah, death impermanent. For that, there are 4 categories, yeah. Chiwa matimbe nimi, without reflecting on the death of impermanent. Or a disadvantage of the other, disadvantage of the not reflecting on the data impermanent, advantage of the reflecting on the data impermanent, and actual the meditating on the data impermanent, and sumi sada short term much. Asabja sumrisha.
Okay, so there are 3. Yeah.
3, yeah. The first one is the disadvantage, yeah, disadvantage of the not meditating on the death of impermanent, yeah. If you are not thinking of the death of impermanent, then we waste our time because of that, yeah. And the text says that, in the Buddha says that Gaden langbuji je chodan and kare dushe na ni midabu dushe cho inaro harsa Gaden na langbuji je cho footprint, yeah, from the footprint, yeah, the elephant footprint is the biggest one, yeah. So meditating the death of impermanent is the what do you call it? Dushe cho.
Yeah, it's the supreme recognition.
Yeah,
supreme recognition.
Yeah, supreme reflection, yeah. So if you don't reflect on the death of impermanent, then you won't realize on the you won't remember all the practice in Dharma. One disadvantage, one fall, yeah. That even you sometimes you wish to do the Dharma practice, you won't you won't put in that practice in your daily life, yeah. So sometimes you practice, but that practice won't able to engage the pure practice, yeah.
Yeah.
And then even sometimes you put the Dharma practice pure, but you won't continues, yeah. Sometimes you want to do, and sometimes you get tired. Oh, today I skipped the practice Dharma, yeah. So because of you don't able to reflect on the death of impermanent perfectly, yeah. So if you're able to practice death of impermanent properly, then you never waste your time. We waste the time because of you. We don't remember the death of impermanent. Sometimes we make money that it seems like we are able to bring all the money that you make in next life, yeah. Yeah. So when we die, we cannot bring anything. Even our body, we have to leave behind. Nothing can bring with us. Only the karma. It comes with us. Rest of thing, whatever you have to leave behind. Your body, your family, your wealth, whatever. And then if you don't able to remember the Dharma, or if you don't able to practice the death of impermanent, then that make you kind of like a non-believer. Always engage with the negativity. Yeah. Then if you don't practice on the death of impermanent, then when the times come for death, then you will die with a great regret, because your life, whole your life, you are wasted. So that's why these are the disadvantage. Yeah, it's very true. If you don't able to reflect or meditate on the death of impermanent, then you never able to remember the doing Dharma practice. You only think of this life enjoyment. Yeah. Even one day, you are able to miss to practice on the death of impermanent. That whole day you will waste doing this life things. If you're able to practice the death of impermanent in the morning, that will influence your whole day. Even you are doing some job in your office, your mind able to engage with the Dharma practice. Like us, we know the death is impermanent. Yeah? Maybe everybody knows one day we will die. But we tend to think that, yeah, we die, but it's not time yet. Maybe one day it will come. Yeah? So we will wait until we get the old. But it's not definite. The death is not indefinite time. Yeah. Even sometimes, mother can live more than their children. Yeah, child has to die early, go early, and mother has to do his 49 days even and take care of many things. Yeah. So there's no definite time for dying. We all die, maybe today or tomorrow. Who knows? So if you reflect on meditate on the death of impermanent properly, we never use our time. We never use our human body. So then, as I mentioned yesterday, that sometimes even if we are Buddhism, we know we practice, we learn the Dharma practice. When it comes to meditation, then we do the breathing meditation or something that modern science teaches us how to do the meditation. We follow those meditation, yeah. And then it maybe help you to get healthy a little bit, or maybe a little peace in your mind, but not helpful. So, and in the morning, when you have a time, if you do the death of impermanent meditation, that help you whole your day engage with the Dharma practice. If you're able to do that death of impermanent, the meditation properly, then you do the Dharma practice properly. You never waste. Your practice will become a pure practice. You will do continuously practice. Yeah, you are all what you call. You are all the day in a life engage with the Dharma, and then you don't need to worry about when you time for death. Yeah. Great Lama always said that good Dharma practitioner, when they comes for death, they goes happily with the next life. Yeah. The Lama Tsongkhapa, it says in the great prayer in Gura Samaja. He says that when time comes for death, it's like going to his family, yeah, with a rejoice. Because he can put that practice death of impermanent and then go to where his guru is, where his wishes, yeah, so easily, wherever he wants. If you do the whole life to doing bad thing, then we regret, yeah. Then at least the practitioner who was the least practitioner without regret, we must die without regret, yeah. So if you do the death impermanent practice every day and you're able to put the Dharma practice every single day, then when time comes, we don't need to regret. We sacrifice whole life. I able to put the Dharma practice. I able to meet the Dharma get gurus. Did the good practice as much as I can. Now I don't need to worry, because my practice, it will lead me to higher rebirth, where the Guru are, where the Buddha Dharma is. Yeah. So then we will die without any regret. So these are, if we don't practice it, that impermanent practice, then we die with the regret. So these are the disadvantage of the not reflecting on the what do you call that impermanent. Yeah. What is the benefit of the meditating on the death impermanent? If you're able to meditate on the death impermanent, then it's meaningful, make you meaningful your life. Your Dharma practice become more powerful. Yeah. And then you are doing the Dharma practice at the beginning and actual practice, at the end of practice. It's very important to have a death impermanent practice. As I mentioned earlier, that even one single day, if you don't practice the death impermanent practice, your day will be waste. So they are same opposite of the disadvantage of the advantage. Yeah. So you think on that advantage, then you put the meditating on you wish to meditating on the death impermanent. So how we do the actual death impermanent practice? Yeah, meditation. There are Shogutu, 9 reasons. Yeah, three root reason. Tsawasum. 3 root the reason, and for that each reason they have 3 another reason, and then touch dediment for the
yes.
3 dediment. Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the 3 root? Yeah. Samba. We will die without any any question. Yeah. Maybe it's definite. Yeah. It's definite. Our death is definite. Namsing yeme. And namsing yeme. Timing of the death is indefinite. It comes anytime. Yeah. We can die anytime. Yeah. So there are no definite time. When we die, only Dharma practice can help us. None of them are useless. Even you have $1 billion, it's useless. Yeah. No one can bring any penny. Even your body, even your family member. When we born with ourselves. When we die with ourselves. Who comes with us is only our karma comes with us. Yeah. So that's why only the Dharma practice can help us. No one can help us. Nothing can help us. So namsing chi was shokang mi samba. Tanya was samba. The first one is the death is definite. Yeah. For that, we have 3 reasons. Yeah. Chita la na khare Yama.
Yeah, Yama, Lord of Death. Yeah.
Sorry.
Lord Yama.
Yeah,
Yama.
Lord of Yama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lord of
Lord of
Yama,
Death.
who make us dead is definite. There were no condition can avoid that death. Yeah, so we will die. Definitely, we will die, and there were no cause and condition can make you escape from the death. Death is impermanent. That's why we definitely die. Second reason is our life is not
There is not, yeah, there is nothing added to our life. Our life is not getting prolonged. Nothing added. Yeah.
There were no outer or make you longer. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing additional.
Make our
nothing
life longer.
Yeah.
It will always exhaust.
Yeah.
It will always exhaust. That's why we have no time for the free. Yeah. And then even we are alive, we have a free we don't have a free time for the practice in Dharma. Without having time for the practice in Dharma, we will die. Yeah. So that's why we must practice Dharma. So thinking of these three reasons, the determine is we must practice Dharma because our death is definite, and death of Yama, Lord of Yama is the death Lord is no one can avoid, no one can run away from the death of Yama, the death of Lord. No one can the surplus or the what do you call ape to your life. It will always exhaust. Yeah, and then even during the alive, we are so busy. We don't have much time for the practice in Dharma. So if that's the reason we must practice Dharma. Otherwise, once we die, then no one can help us. Yeah. Then second reason is namching yeme. Timing of the death is indefinite. Yeah. In general, this world life is indefinite, especially from the
degenerate time.
Degenerate time, yeah. Degenerate time. Our life timing of the death is impermanent. There were so many causes and conditions make you die. There were there were less causes and conditions to make you live. Yeah. Even sometimes we think that having food and medicines and things that we believe in cause of the make you alive and make you longevity or long life. Sometimes food can cause you death, medicine can cause you death, doctor can cause you death. Yeah, there were so many causes to make you dead, but there was less cause to make you long life. And also our body is
fragile body.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Our body is fragile. That's why it's our timing of the death. The timing of the death is indefinite. Because of these three reasons, we must practice Dharma practice right now, starting from right now. We don't waste the time for this life, because our death impermanent is indefinite. When times come with death, is nothing can help, only the Dharma practice. Yeah, your wealth no longer help you. Your family member, your friends no longer help you. Even your body no longer help. Because of that reason, we only do the Dharma practice. Don't waste for this life. So, dirota kare. Luso yo chu chubrusin. May I remember how the death quickly and puts an end of life. Yeah. As fragile as a bubble on the water surface, and how after death, black and white karmas follow as our shadow follows our body. That first line, it shows the meditating or remembering on the death impermanent. Yeah? So asking Guru to able to make you remember the death impermanent. Our life is our deaths very quickly, and our body is fragile, like a bubble. That's why that's why please make me practice, bless me, make me my life meaningful and practice. Make me never waste my body and my life to asking Lama and purifying negativity and get the blessings to make your life meaningful. Then third and second the line Dirdota. So the
way to rely on the next life is actually to have recollection of the law of cause and effect. Yeah. So usually under this outline of the method to rely on the next life, we have two. We have refuge and we have recollection of the law of cause and effect. But in this context, we don't have the refuge. We only have reference on the law of cause and effect.
Yeah. But when you practice, it's good to have a practice on refuge and both reflecting on the karmic cause and effect. Yeah. So, ta lenye was somebody, pecha was somebody, right? And kare, all also. Lente chil somebody, shadow somebody, something earlier, that right? Tamudella. The let me get our lendel each of us, tell any care, then the chill somebody, shadow somebody, and some judo chas with subject sumly, rather, this large.
All right. So here, under the law of cause and effect, we have the general presentation and we have the specific presentation. So first of all, we have to, generate conviction on the law of cause and effect, and then continue with that. So these three outlines.
Yeah. Now, from these three outline, they have the first is general cause and effect. Yeah. So for that, we have a fourth outline. Yeah. The karmic is definite, because if you able to create the good karma that will give you the good fruit or good result, if you create the negative karma, that will give you the suffering and the negative fruit. So good and bad karma are definite to give you the suffering and the happiness. So this we have a thing on the definite of the karma. Le nyeba samba. Ta le phelsha samba. And also the karma, the effect of the karma, and effect karma itself is able to multiple or increase.
Increase.
Yeah, increase. Like when we think of the external the seed, yeah, when you plant the one, what do you call rice seed, yeah. From the one rice seed, it can give you the what do you call? Dongbu?
The stem, yeah, the stem of the plant.
Plant, yes. And then flower, and then so many the rice, the seed, yeah. Same as the internal seed, internal karmic seed. Even you able to create the very small the virtue that will give you the so many good fruit. Like if you read the thing on the King Ashoka's the story, he able to offer one the palm of the what do you call the dirt to the Buddha. Yeah, from that offering, as a kid, he only have the dirt to offer. Then, but from his thinking, he was thinking that I'm offered to Buddha to gold, but it's not actual gold. It's like a palm of the dirt. Because of that, he was born as a king and able to rule the great India, and then he was able to spread the Dharma for the whole Asia, yeah, India and Sri Lanka and Myanmar and so many countries. He was able to flourish the Buddha Dharma because of one only single action that he offered the palm of the dirt to Buddha. So even small merit can able to give you so many fruit. And all same as the negative karma. Sometimes we neglect that, this negative karma is very tiny karma that I made it. I never made a big bad karma, but even tiny negative karma will give you so many suffering. Same as the external seed. Yeah. So the karmic seed in the fruits increase, it multiple. Yeah. If you don't purify your negative karma, it will multiple day by day. If you're able to create the good karma, even it's multiple day by day. And sometimes if you able to rejoice in your good action, also multiple. So same as external seed and internal seed, it can be multiple day by day. So then they picture. And if you don't sometimes we tend to think that I never made any good action, I never make any bad karma in this life. How can I am suffering? Yeah. I never did any bad thing in this life. How can I am suffering? They are complaining. When I go to the outer monastery, I always heard the people that argue, the complaining that why I'm so suffering, why not other people are not like me. I never did any bad thing before, so why I'm having this suffering? Yeah. If you not create any bad karma, then you will never face the bad fruit. Bad fruit always come from the bad karma, and the good fruit always come from the good karma. So Buddha says that if you don't create the karma, then you will never face with that result. And then if you create the karma, that karma will never disappear unless you purify your negative karma, unless you destroy your own good karma. Yeah, our good karma are destroyed by our anger and wrong view and the kind of lokta che, kongdu che, ani diwa karsa. Chobongule kare, chobongule halawre, chobongule, chola tembe leero.
Karma, yeah, abandoning the dharma, the heavy karma of abandoning dharma.
Abandoning dharma.
Yeah.
Abandoning dharma doesn't mean that you don't practice. Yeah, even the monks can able to create this kind of karma. If you criticize other practice, other dharma practice, like if we are Mahayana practitioner and we criticize the Theravada practitioner, it also creates the abandoned dharma. And if you don't respect on your dharma tags, it also creates the abandoned dharma karma. If you step on your dharma tags, these are the karma that are very heavy and very difficult to purify. And also this kind of karma can destroy our good karma. So anger and wrong view, abandoning dharma karma is very heavy karma that you how do you say? Subsubchi. Be careful.
To be very careful.
Yeah, be cautious, be careful.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have to. Okay. I think we have to stop here, yeah? You have to go somewhere.
Sorry, Geshe, yeah.
It's okay.
I have another translation.
Okay.
Session.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, you can go, then we can.
Yes, I'll continue.
Yes.
Bye,
Okay.
Voula.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Karlista. So we always be cautious with this karma. Yeah, in the Shantideva said in the Chunju, way of Bodhisattva's practice, yeah, he said that Shedanta Vitikvame, there have no other the negativity than the great negativity than the anger, because anger can create its own karma, and it also destroy the virtues. Same is here in wrong view and then abandoning dharma, are same kind of the negativity that we never want to create. So that's why, yeah, unless we purify the negative karma by the confession, then our negative karma will never disappear. It will multiple, it never disappear. Yeah, that's why we always be careful with the creating negative karma. We never neglect with that even tiny negative karma. Yeah, never Sudan, kare. Agua. I think
One does not mean to be something if one has not created the karma for it to happen.
yeah. So the reflecting on the general karmic and the literature samba, chitado samba, yeah. So sorry, let me go to my own text, okay. So through the Yoneshu Juba it text, yeah, it says So having attended at the firm understanding of this, yeah, understanding of the karmic cause and effect, bless me that I may always be careful to abstain from even the slightest ill deed, and to acquire a complete store of virtue. Yeah. So we must be careful with even tiny the negative karma, and we must accumulate even tiny the virtue. It will multiple, yeah. Whether it's a good karma or bad karma, it will multiple, as the text says that. That's why we pray to our Guru and our Buddha. Yeah, make me always be careful and make me always be the Pada Dhyambara, be behave or good discipline, and without engaging with any the negative karma. Yeah. Then I'll go with the second stanza. Yeah. Diroda kare. Chebe mengu dunye kunji ko ide mirung sibe phunzo ki ngemerikne tarbe dewala tönye chenpo kyewa chengiros. When indulged in samsaric pleasure, cause of the dissatisfaction and the induced suffering, yeah. Having understood their drawbacks and their unreliability, bless me that I may strongly aspire to the liberation bliss. Namda samba thi changba yi tenda shishin bayo chenpo yi tenpe zawa su tarbala drupa nyingbo jeba chengilo. With great worshipfulness, constituencies and the remembers, drawn from that pure aspiration, bless me to make the vow of the personal liberation the cone of my practice, for they are the very root of the teaching. So these two stanza, first stanza, we are making wishing or pray that able to realize the renunciation, or this first stanza the teach us the how to reflect on the first two truth, yeah? Cause of the cause of suffering and the suffering. Truth of cause of suffering and the truth of suffering. So on thinking of the cause of the suffering and the truth of the suffering, we have to meditating on the renunciation. Yeah. Chebe mingum dungye kunjiko. Chide mindo. Zoso. Oh. Okay, then I will leave the time for some time for the question answer, and then we will do maybe another time. Sorry, it's always excuse.
You all have questions? Discuss? Anybody?
Yeah, he has a question. Uh-huh.
Thank you for the teaching. I would like to ask a question about abandoning Dharma. So I have a text, I have a Guru Chuk text, and then accidentally there are some maybe coffee stain on it, but unintentionally. Then when I knew it, I clean it as the best I can, and then I wish that the text to be clean. So with that intention, is it considered not abandoning Dharma?
Yeah, you don't have any intention to stand on your Dharma text, yeah. Then we shouldn't be considered as abandoning Dharma. Okay, karma always goes with your motivation and intention. See, if you don't have this bad motivation and that bad intention, just without knowing and without having any intention, then it's less. We don't consider as abandoning Dharma.
Anyone? No? Kim? Don't be shy. Otherwise, if there are no questions, we would like to share our thanks to Geshe for giving these classes. Geshe, your time is super precious, we know, because you teach so many of the Sangha members in Gaden Shartse Monastery, and so many of the students, the young Rinpoches and the Geshes have been telling us, and we are really fortunate and very privileged to have you this time in Singapore. But unfortunately, time is always not enough. So after the classes will be 6-session Guru Yoga forward till the end of your trip in Singapore. So this will, yeah, so. Yeah, this is auspicious because Geshe, I read in the auto. Okay, clap first. I read the Lama Tsongkhapa biography, and then it says Lama Tsongkhapa, when he knew he will not finish the text because it is an auspicious ending for the next time he'll come back.